Hi everyone, this is Erin from Sandpaper Road, and today I'm going to be showing you the Pixie Dust and the Pixie Puffer from Creekbank Creations. I did not have this product, and I kept seeing on these dies that this layer die works great with our Pixie Puffer. This layer die works great with our Pixie Puffer. This layer die works great with our Pixie Puffer. And I was like, I don't have the Pixie Puffer. I don't even know what that is. So Julie and Tom Creek from Creekbank Creations sent me over some Pixie Dust and a Pixie Puffer. And I want to show you what you can do with it. It is actually really cool. It's a lot different than just applying glitter, because honestly, when I first saw it, I thought, oh, it's just fine glitter. But it's really unique. So this is what I made with it. Hopefully you can see it in the light, but this is with the boxing gloves layered die. And what you're able to do is to get fine glitter into tight areas that you wouldn't be able to just sprinkle glitter before, or rub it in or burnish it. And I'm hoping that it comes up on the camera. It would be kind of like how if you were applying a Wink of Stella pen, but it's not because it's not wet. So let's do a little demonstration here, okay? This is, you can see this is from my first round. Now this is a tape sandwich made from a piece of this super tacky tape. This is a big roll of the double-sided adhesive. And what you do is you stick down a piece of copy paper, just regular paper from your printer right here, snip this off, then take another piece of this again and put it on top and snip it off. So it's a tape sandwich. And so inside, this is sticker. If I pulled the backing off, I'd have sticky on this side. And if I pulled the backing off here, I'd have sticky on the other side, okay? Now, I will link below to a tape sandwich video where I show that a little bit slower. Then I have this piece of just pink cardstock from my stash, and I also backed it with some super tacky tape. Where's the one that I didn't do the first time? This was the one I did the first time, just playing around, and I didn't have it backed with the super tacky tape. And as soon as I die cut this out, I thought, I'm going to have to put some sort of liquid glue on those tiny, tiny, tiny little areas. And I thought, oh my goodness, I do not want to do that. And then wait for it to dry. And then I just didn't want to mess with it. So much quicker and much better for this technique to have the adhesive sheet down first. Then what happens is you will cut out, the layer dies, I suppose you could use the Pixie Puffer, because the video is about the Pixie Puffer and the Pixie Dust, which is a really fine glitter, and this is how it comes. I have some in here already, but I will show you how to load it up when we get a little closer to that stage, okay? The little wand, my son had to just show me how obvious it is, because I wasn't figuring it out, but it turns. Isn't that great? And snaps, so that in your bag you don't have a problem like glitter everywhere. Okay, simple. So what you do is you take your tape sandwich and you cut out the solid. There's the solid and then the cutout. And I did this backwards once until I understood. You can, honestly, you can do it however you want, but to get this look, you're gonna have to start with the tape sandwich out of the solid. So you cut this out, and I will run it through the die cutter, and then you cut out this one out of the pink. So I'll do that and come right back. So I cut these out, and two things I want to say. First of all, when you're working with a tape sandwich, treat your tape sandwich like gold, because it uses a lot of tape. And so don't just put them everywhere. Try to get as close as you can to the edges and maximize your space. The second thing I wanted to mention was to take your time when you're pulling the die cut away from the paper, you might also have to crank it through a few times. This is I mean, you're trying to get these little tiny pieces out of there. Now, I wasn't real careful about trying to get the release paper from the back because that'll come off when I pull the paper off the back. But just take your time, especially with this one. You know, I really had to take my time and use like a pick tool or something, okay? So once you get that, now I'm going to move these off to the side. Now think of what you've got. This side, this one is the tape sandwich, right? So when you pull off, oops, look what I didn't do, is pull the sticky part off. So when you pull this off, okay, and stick it down, you're going to have sticky on the back that you stick it down, and then you want to wait because as soon as you pull this off, it's going to be sticky on the front also. This one, when you pull it off, it's only sticky on the back. Ooh, okay. So let's see if I have another like little panel haircut. Do I? It doesn't appear that I do. All right, well, that's fine. We'll just use, will this be big enough? Yeah, it will. So I'll just use a piece of craft paper, all right, so that you can see, and then I'll die cut that out in a minute. Okay, so before we go to stick and everything, let's take a look at this Pixie Puffer here. So this is the size of my hand. There's the puffer. You can see how big it is. And like I showed you, the arm twists sideways and it will go each side or all the way up top or all the way around this way. Don't try to pull it this way. That isn't how it goes. This is very, very, very fine glitter. Coffee filters are pretty handy for using glitter. I'm going to put one underneath and I'm going to open up the jar so you can see that this comes full, so you are really getting a lot of bang for your buck. And as you can see, I only put this much into my puffer, but I'll add a little bit more just so you can see how to actually do it. The way I did this before is I put 2 of these side by side. Oops. Opened up the puffer. Now you could probably do this without, I have these little funnels that I use for glitter that I've had forever and ever, but you certainly don't have to because this would just be this and pour, right? So I'll show you without the funnel just in case you are a non-funnel owner. You just simply pour a little bit in there and then you kind of create your own little funnel and just pour it right in there. And when you're using coffee filters, then anything that misses, you could just repeat the process. All right, easy peasy. I'm tapping off just the excess that's on the top. And it screws on. And then you can put the rest back into the jar. You can wiggle off your hands or do this over a trash can because you'll be pretty much covered. And replace the cap. And then I always, once I get it on tight, right inside the coffee filter, I give it a couple taps, turn it all different ways, and then it helps my drawer stay a little bit cleaner, okay? And it looks like a glitter fairy over here. It's such a fine, 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 fine glitter. So you may find remnants. This is also exactly the reason why if you are making cards to send to the military, you do not want to have any glitter involved in any of those cards because we don't want a soldier's uniform with one speck of glitter to reflect the light when they are trying to maybe stay hidden. Okay, so here we have the Pixie Dust, the Pixie Puffer, and our die cuts. And we'll start with the one that's the solid. Now I'm pulling this off and just sticking it down. Now only the back. And I just use a real light, I kind of let it do its thing. All right, and I'm gonna start on the left or whatever side. I'm right-handed, so start on the left, go up, stick it down and push it this way. If I tried to do it like this and start at the bottom, I'd get up at the top and it would be buckled. So just let it work with itself and you've got a nice die there, okay? Now when I take this off, remember this is gonna be sticky on the back also, and when I take this off, this is gonna be sticky on the back, okay? Let me bring this close to you. See, I still have the release paper. So right there, that's sticky. And this is gonna be sticky right here. Now, there is no way that I'm that good that I could fit sticky on sticky the first time around and make it fit perfectly like that. I just can't. I'm just not that good. This has nothing to do with believing in myself. This is called a truth. So here's what I do. I'm gonna pull this off. There we have a sticky, okay? I'm gonna pull this off and I'm going to use a little bit of undo. I wasn't not an undo user for a very long time, and I wished I would have learned about it sooner. This is an it's a liquid, if you can believe it, acid-free and promoted by the Archival Society or something like that. I was surprised, but okay. It does have a little bit of a strong odor. But what it does is it temporarily makes something not sticky. Only on the back of this one. Now what I can do is wiggle it. Without the undo, I would be trying to fit sticky on sticky. Can you imagine the chaos of trying to fit sticky on sticky? But look what I can do now. I can wiggle it and move it until it's perfect. Now, technically, you could probably also do this with liquid adhesive. The only thing is, remember, we're dealing with glitter. So liquid adhesive on top, I don't know. I don't think that would be a good idea. After a few minutes, it becomes sticky again, and there is no moving it. All right, where happened to my, all right, here we go. There's a little bit of undo there. Okay. Now the sticky parts are the parts that you see that are white because we have the tape sandwich showing through. And now what we can do is put this right like this, turn it up, and just literally just plunge it. And it comes out so you can't even hardly see it. This isn't quite dry yet, I see. I don't know if you can see the shimmer showing up onto the paper or not. Okay. Then you have a paintbrush or any kind of a makeup brush or a, what do they call those? Stencil brush, whatever. And get off that excess. Can you see how the white part glimmers and shimmers and shines? I'm hoping it can catch the light some. See that? Isn't that wonderful? And now you can die cut this out and use it how you want. Let me show you on a few finished cards here where I've used the Band-Aid one. I see now Like, see how I used it here on the little dot, just barely. And then this opens up inside. Okay, these are all Creekbank Creations products. And same on this one. This one I just tied with a little bow. All of these, look, I put the heart right inside as part of the letter P. This is this here, this, and it's the same kind of concept, just with a different die. Comes with one, this would be your tape sandwich die then, and then this would be your paper. And you could cut that out of either, you could cut it out of the tape sandwich, the heart, and use it and be able to glitter up the heart there. You could just play around with it, find a lot of different looks you like. Now the one I haven't played with the Pixie Puffer with is this one. I'm excited to do that. I did make a card out of this skunk die. Sometimes life just stinks. Look at the skunk wearing the gas mask. Now this on the picture here, wouldn't it be neat to do this in glitter then with the Pixie Puffer? Now I see what the packaging means. Works great with our Pixie Puffer. So I think I'll do that on another video and work just with this die itself, because this is kind of a complex die. It comes with a lot of pieces. All right, so I'll do that one in another video. And this comes with all of these ones that I've showed you also have a coordinating stamp set. And I kind of want to wipe off my hands here before I touch this one. This was one I made not using necessarily the Pixie Puffer, but using the gloves. And this is the Gatefold card die, and I can link also to that video where I show how to use the Gatefold card die. But look, keep swinging. This is actually it's supposed to be like a breast cancer stamp set, breast cancer boxing gloves to stay in the fight and be encouraging, inspiring. Hope you knock out cancer in this fight. I'm betting on you, etc. But I thought this would be encouraging for someone in the military as well. Just maybe hold off on using the Pixie Puffer on this one. And I just like the possibilities. This one I wasn't done with yet because I was going to use the gloves again, stay in the fight. This was sort of midway. And actually I was going to add pictures in here. My friend, I made a card for my friend and put a few pictures of her and her son who's in the Army, and she loved it. So she sent me more pictures. But lots of possibilities. Again, I got a little bit sidetracked there just because I like the stamp set and these dies. This boxing glove die set has a lot of possibilities. But just wanted to show you the Pixie Puffer and the Pixie Dust. Great, great products. Love it. So thanks so much to Creekbank Creations for providing these products today. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Sandpaper Road and to Creekbank Creations on YouTube. Don't forget to share this video with your friends on social media. They will really appreciate it, especially your crafty friends. And don't forget to click on the bell, the little bell in the corner there, to receive notifications. And visit sandpaperroad.com for close-up photos and DIY tutorials or to shop for products. And you can follow Sandpaper Road on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. And a complete list of items used in this project, plus links to social media, will be in the description box below. Thanks so much for watching. Check out the blog for close-ups, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.